What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the Gould's Gaming and Tech channel. We have another video. As always, I have to keep hitting you guys with the bangers and also giving you guys information that you might want to know, if you come across these devices, games, whatever the case is. Today we have a case review for the Galaxy Z Fold 5. Now, those of you who have the Galaxy Z Fold 4 or the Z Fold 3, this will also apply to you because the cases are pretty much uniform across those different devices. So Spidey, he's in the building. As always, he's my official co-host on this channel here, and he's also a very strict timekeeper. He likes to make sure these videos are short and sweet to get you guys from point A to point B as quick as possible without wasting you guys time, because I know you have things to do. So as always, if you are new to the channel, by the end of this video, if you enjoyed this content and it was helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And also, if you're new or returning, by the end of the video, if it was helpful, make sure to hit that like button. So today we have the Pitaka Fusion Weave Air case. Now, this is like an aramid design, carbon fiber kind of look. If you swing over to Amazon, you can find this case for about $89.99. The link will be in the description below. Just gonna tell you guys off the rip, the price is way too high. $90 for a freaking case is ridiculous. Definitely one that's so thin as this one, that's offering minimal, if any, protection. Way too high. Pitaka has been doing this for all of their cases for whatever phone you get. For some reason, they feel that because of the material they make their case out of, that they can charge $90, almost $100 for a case. That is completely ridiculous. I understand the materials they use, that's why they're trying to price it higher, but I guarantee you their profit margin on cases like this are probably tenfold, $20, $25, maybe $30 at max because of the materials. But $90 for a freaking case, we are basically keeping their lights on buying these, just saying. So first thing we're going to talk about are the cutouts and the buttons. This is clearly a two-part case. There are no buttons on this case, but you do have several cutouts. On the top right here, you see there is a cutout for the speaker grill and the microphone. On the side, obviously no cutouts. This goes on the top part of the phone. Usually most cases, they have like an indentation here to kind of allow you to get to your buttons a little bit easier. I'll speak on that a little bit later, but they don't have any kind of like indentation or cutout to allow you to get to your buttons. Do you have difficulty getting to your buttons? No, but it would be nice if it had this kind of slightly at an angle to allow you to get to those buttons a little bit easier. And then if you go on the bottom, you have a cutout for your speaker grill here. And on the inside, you have a sticky little adhesive along this line. No adhesive anywhere else on this case, just on the thin little frame right here. If you go to the back side of the case, you have a cutout for your flash. You have a cutout for your camera module. It would be nice if Pitaka did eventually make their cutout for the camera module kind of cover each individual camera. But, that's neither here or there. Hopefully they'll do that one day. Does it make a big difference? No, but I just like the look of it in the aesthetic. You do have that aramid kind of carbon fiber look and feel to it. You do feel somewhat of a minimal ridges. You really feel it more right here on this one. It's a little bit raised, but overall, I think the design is pretty nice with the three-tone colors, this like yellowish gold kind of, and then this red, and then the black and kind of gray colors you have here with that pattern. You have some Pitaka branding right here at the bottom. On this side, you have a cutout for your buttons for ease of access. Again, on the top, you have two cutouts for your microphones, and at the bottom, you have a cutout for a microphone and your charging port. Now, it does have a little adhesive strip here, as you can see, and again, that more weave looking pattern on the inside for the aramid case. Now, let's talk about the feel and the grip of it. Obviously, this case does not have an S Pen slot. Primarily, if you're getting this case, it's because you want a slim case with minimal protection. You want to feel as close to the actual phone as possible. That is what this is for. Holding this case, you will not feel like your phone is like slipping out because it's pretty, it adds some resistance. It's smooth, but also it's not like super slippery like some other cases that feel like way too, plasticky. So the feel is good. It feels very, firm once you put it on the phone itself. This is a lot firmer than I thought. Some cases I've seen, the two-part cases, this is very flimsy, but this one is pretty sturdy. So the material is pretty good if this part doesn't like wiggle all over the place. There is a tiny bit of give, but it's not much, and I don't want to pull it too much because I don't want it to break. But yes, the feel and grip is good. When you're holding the phone, it's going to feel very light and very slim in your hands. All right, next thing is the fit and protection. Now, I can't mention those things without putting the case on the phone. So if you want to put your phone face down when you put it on, that's pretty much how the instructions advise you to put it on anyway. But you want to slide both pieces as close to this middle hinge as possible, so you don't have to do too much sliding after that. But yeah, you just line it up and snap it in. And I would recommend giving it a nice little push towards that hinge. And again, that adhesive, it's gonna come with a little bit of plastic, so make sure to peel that off. And then once you have it on, rub it on the side here. Same thing with the back part of the case. Just put it on here and snap it in. Again, just give that middle spine area a nice little rub to make sure that adhesive is on there. As far as taking the case on and off, it's very seamless. You don't have any adhesive residue still on your phone like some other cases. For example, the Rinky case, the adhesive they have on there, sometimes when you take the case off, that adhesive stays on there, so you have to kind of smear it off or like nudge that off. But this one, you put it on, you take it off, there's no residual adhesive that's left on your phone. Now the fit of this case is very good. It's pretty much cut out very precise to how the phone is. There is a extra little bit of phone hanging out when it comes to where the hinge connects. And as you can see, if I close the phone right here, you can see there's a little bit of phone still sticking out, but not much. You can close your phone and open it with no problem. This phone is very thin, so your phone will still close completely flat. Some cases, because they're a little bit thicker, it doesn't allow your phone to close completely flat. And to me, that's kind of counterproductive, because the main feature that they emphasized on this phone was that it closes completely flat. So if you put a case on it that prevents that, it's kind of annoying and an inconvenience. Opening and closing is no problem. You still feel that firmness. It doesn't get in the way at all. As far as the interior display, you don't have any issues with the edge of the case kind of protruding or being raised too high when it comes to that. The protection, this phone is for minimal protection. It's not for a super rugged lifestyle. This is for style and sleekness more than anything. It is not for tossing around and doing all that. Now let's talk about wireless charging. This does allow you to still wirelessly charge your phone through this case. It does not have MagSafe, so it's no point in trying to test that out. But we have a wireless charger pad right here, so let's just make sure this allows me to wirelessly charge. And as you can see, as soon as I put it on there, it charges. Now the last thing is drop resistance and reliability. So this is for style points. This is not for super rugged kind of activity. As far as drop resistance, obviously that hinge is exposed, so you don't have any hinge protection. And then overall, the edges, you have some edge control. You can tell that it is covering the edge a little bit, but there's not much when it comes to raised edges. So more than likely, if you drop your phone flat face down, if there's anything besides a flat surface under that phone, you could potentially damage your front screen. But if you have a tempered glass protector, that is going to take the brunt of that impact. So you should be good to go there. But obviously, if you drop on the hinge, it's going to be exposed. The back is obviously protected. So if you drop this, it's not going to pop open. If you drop the phone with the case on it, the case isn't going to pop off. I do give Pitaka credit where credit is due. Their cases stay on very snug. They do not pop off if you drop them. Some cases, because of the way they're made, if you drop it, it will pop off at like a corner or something. It is very reliable as far as staying on your phone. Spidey is giving me the wrap it up signal. Overall, I think this case is worth it. I always try to get a Pitaka case because they are very stylish, and more importantly, they are very thin. And with this case, or with this phone in particular, it's already bigger than some phones. So having it as thin as possible is very important to me. And the fact that this is probably the thinnest case that I could find with style points as well, it's always a go for me. The price still, it's still not good in my book, but like some people say, you gotta pay to play. and I have to play. So I'm paying every time for at least this Pitaka case. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. If it helped you make a decision on what cases you want for your Z Fold device, whether it be the 3, the 4, or the 5. And again, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.